Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, we are going to make a granny square bucket hat. For this bucket hat, you are going to need different colors of yarn for the granny square and also a main color, okay? Let's get started. We are going to start off with the granny squares first. So with your first color, make a slip knot. Chain 4. After chaining 4, slip stitch in the very first chain. So insert your hook in that first chain, yarn over, pull through your yarn, and then pull through the loop. For the very first round, we are going to work all our stitches into this center space. To get started with round 1, chain 3. And then place 2 double crochets in that center space. So yarn over, insert your hook in the space, yarn over, pull through your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. After that, place 1 more double crochets in that space. At this point, you should have 3 stitches in total, including the beginning chain 3. After that, chain 2. And then place 3 double crochets in that center space. After that, chain 2, place 3 more double crochets in the center space. Again, chain 2, place 3 more double crochets in that center space. Now, to finish off the round, chain 2, then slip stitch in the third chain of the beginning chain 3. 1, 2, 3, slip stitch. And then, since we are going to change colors for the next round, you will chain 1 and fasten off. For the next round, you are going to attach your new color in any of the chain 2 spaces. So I'm going to choose this one. To work round 2, chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and then place 2 more double crochets in that same space. After that, chain 2, then place 3 more double crochets in that same space. So this is called a shell stitch. Alright, we are going to place shell stitches in each of the chain 2 spaces. Next up, you are going to place 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets all in the next space. So place 3 double crochets in the next space. After that, chain 2 and then place 3 more double crochets in the same space. Now you are going to place another shell stitch in the next space. So place 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, all in that next space. After that, you are going to go ahead and place 1 more shell stitch in this last space. So place 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. This is what your work should look like. You should have a total of 4 shell stitches. To finish off the round, slip stitch in the third chain of the beginning chain 3. 1, 2, 3, slip stitch. And then chain 1 and fasten off. For the next round, you are going to attach your new color in any of the chain 2 spaces. To get started with round 3, chain 3. And then place 2 double crochets in that same space. After that, chain 2 and then place 3 double crochets in that same space. After working your first shell stitch, you are going to place 3 double crochets in the next space. So skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and then come to this space right here and place 3 double crochets. After that, place a shell stitch in the next chain 2 space. So place 3 double crochets in that space. Then chain 2 and place 3 more double crochets in that same space. After that, place 3 double crochets in the next space. Then place a shell stitch in the next chain 2 space. After working your shell stitch, place 3 double crochets in the next space, then place a shell stitch in the next chain 2 space, then place 3 double crochets in the last space. Okay, so I'm going to do that and I'll meet you here. To finish off the round, slip stitch in the third chain of the beginning chain 3. And then chain 1 and fasten off. To work the last round, you are going to use your main color. Attach your new color in any of the chain 2 spaces of the shell stitch. To get started with the last round, chain 3, and then place 2 double crochets in that same space. Chain 2, place 3 more double crochets in that same space. After working your first shell stitch, you are going to place 3 double crochets in the next space. So skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, then place 3 double crochets in the space beneath. After that, place 3 double crochets in the next space. After that, place a shell stitch in the next chain 2 space. So you are going to place 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, all in that same space. After that, place 3 double crochets in the next space. And then place 3 double crochets in the next space. Then place a shell stitch in the next chain 2 space. After your shell stitch, you are going to place 3 double crochets in the next space, 3 double crochets in the next space, place a shell stitch in the next chain 2 space, then 3 double crochets in the next space, 3 double crochets in the next space. Okay? To finish off the round, you are going to slip stitch in the third chain of the beginning chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then chain 1 and fasten off. This is what your square should look like. Okay, my square measures about 4 inches from side to side. Now that we are done with the first square, you are going to go ahead and work 4 more squares exactly like the first one. Okay, you can change colors as you please, but the last round of each square must have the same color. Okay, so do that and I'll be back. I am done working 5 squares. Okay, and as you can see, the color combinations is given. Okay. So before we go ahead and join the squares together, you are going to sew in all your loose ends. Now that we are done with the squares, we are going to go ahead and line up the squares like so, and then use a tapestry needle and some yarn to sew the sides together. Get your tapestry needle and your yarn. Your yarn should be the same color you used for the last round of your square. Okay, so you're going to insert your yarn in your tapestry needle like so. Okay, make it a little long and then fasten off. This is how your yarn should be. Okay, one side is short like so, and then the other side is long. All right, now we are going to sew these two together first. So bring 2 squares. First off, you are going to hold your squares like so, with the right side facing up. Okay, so this is the pretty side of the square. Make sure that the pretty side is facing upwards. Now you are going to come to the first square on your right hand side. come to this chain 2 space on the bottom, insert your tapestry needle, and then go in the opposite chain 2 space of the second square right here on the bottom. Okay, insert the tapestry needle and pull through. When you pull, you are going to leave a long tail to sew in later. Okay, and then now we are going to make a knot to secure the yarn. So just make a knot and tie it. Okay, make another knot and tie it down. All right, after that, bring your tapestry needle. This is how it is, and then bring the 2 squares. You are going to come to the square on your right hand side, go in the very first stitch after this chain 2 space. So insert your tapestry needle in that stitch, and then also insert the tapestry needle in the opposite stitch of the next square. So skip this chain 2 in that first stitch, insert your tapestry needle and pull, and then go in the next stitch and also in the opposite stitch of the next square and pull tight. So you are going to keep sewing opposite stitches together. Insert tapestry needle in the next stitch and also in the opposite stitch and pull tight. Okay, insert in the opposite as well, pull. This is what you should have. You are going to keep stitching opposite stitches together until you get to the next chain 2 space. This is what I have. Okay, and now I have this chain 2 space left, so I'm going to insert in the first chain 2 space and also in the opposite one and pull tight. I'm gonna go again, go in there, go in the opposite, halfway through. I'll then hold the yarn, go under my tapestry needle and then pull tight. After that, turn to the wrong side of your square and then begin to poke your tapestry needle into the stitches. So I'm gonna start here and just weave it in like so, and then pull. I'm gonna weave in again, and then fasten off. Okay, now that we are done sewing 2 squares together, we are going to add another square. So bring the third square and place it like so. Okay, we are going to use the same method over here. Just like you did before, you are going to thread your tapestry needle, come to the chain 2 space on the bottom of your third square. So right here, insert your tapestry needle and then insert in the opposite chain 2 space of the next square. Okay, remember to leave a long tail to sew in later, and then make 2 knots to secure it. So that's 1 and 2. All right, now we are going to sew opposite stitches together using the same method we used over here. So insert your hook in the next stitch and also in the opposite stitch and pull. You are going to keep sewing the opposite stitches together until you get to the last space. So basically everything you did over here, you are going to repeat it over here, and then fasten off and sew in your loose ends. Now that we are done sewing 3 squares together, you are going to bring the 4th square over here and sew the sides together, and then bring the 5th square over here and sew the sides together. Okay, at this point I am done joining all my squares together. Okay, so the last thing we are going to do is turn to the wrong side of the squares like so, and then bring both ends together, and then You are going to use the same method to sew these ends together. Okay, this is what your work should look like. Now that we are done with the granny squares, we are going to work the top of the hat. So this is where we had joined the square, and we have chain 2 space and chain 2 space, chain 2 space, chain 2 space. Attach your yarn in the very first chain 2 space before the join. To get started on the first round, chain 2. This chain 2 does not count as a stitch, and then place 1 double crochet in that same space. After that, place 1 double crochet in the next space. So skip the join and place 1 double crochet in the next space. Then we are going to place 1 double crochet in each of the stitch. So place 1 double crochet in the first stitch, place 1 double crochet in the next stitch, continue to place 1 double crochet in each stitch across until you get to the last stitch before the next space. In this first space, place 2 double crochets. That's 1 and 2. And then go in the next space and place 2 double crochets. So only in the spaces are we to place 2 double crochets. For the rest of the spaces, you are going to place 1 double crochet. So after that, you're going to place 1 double crochet in the next stitch. Place 1 double crochet in the next stitch. Place 1 double crochet in the next stitch. You are going to keep placing 1 double crochet in each stitch around. When you get to the space, place 1 double crochet in the first space, 1 double crochet in the second space, then continue to place 1 double crochet in each stitch. Okay, so 1 double crochet in each stitch and 1 double crochet in each space all the way around until you get to your last stitch. So you have to make sure that you have a total of 72 stitches. Okay, after your last stitch, make a slip stitch in the very first double crochet stitch. So skip the chain 2 and slip stitch in the first double crochet stitch. From the next row, we are going to eliminate some stitches in order for these to taper off to form the hat. To work the second round, chain 2. And again, this chain 2 does not count as a stitch. Place 1 double crochet in that first stitch. After that, place 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So place 1 double crochet in the first stitch, place 1 double crochet in the second stitch, and place 1 double crochet in the third stitch. So you should have a total of 4 double crochet stitches, including the first one. Next up, we are going to eliminate 1 stitch. To do that, we are going to work the next 2 double crochet stitches together. So yarn over, insert your hook in the first stitch, yarn over and pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Okay, and then yarn over again, go in the second stitch, yarn over, pull through. You have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. So now 2 stitches have become 1 stitch. Okay, next up we are going to work 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches. Place 1 double crochet in the first stitch, place 1 double crochet in the second stitch, place 1 double crochet in the third stitch, and 1 double crochet in the fourth stitch. And again we are going to work 2 double crochet stitches together. So yarn over, insert in the first stitch, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert in the second stitch, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 3 loops. For this round we are going to work 4 double crochet stitches, then work the next 2 together, again 4 double crochet stitches, then work the next 2 together. All right, so we are going to do that again. Place 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and 4. After that, work the next 2 together. So yarn over, insert in the first stitch, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert in the second stitch, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 3 loops. Okay, you are going to repeat that all the way around. So 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches, then work the next 2 together, 1 double crochet in the next 4 stitches, work the next 2 together. Repeat that until you have 2 stitches left. I have 2 stitches left, so I am going to double crochet these last 2 together. And then to finish off the round, slip stitch in the very first double crochet stitch. To work round 3, chain 2, place 1 double crochet in that first stitch, and then place 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches, 1 double crochet in the first stitch, 1 double crochet in the second stitch. After that, work the next 2 stitches together. So yarn over, insert in the next stitch, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert in the second stitch, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 3 loops. After that, place 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. 1 double crochet in the first stitch, 1 double crochet in the second stitch, 1 double crochet in the third stitch. And then we are going to double crochet the next 2 stitches together. Yarn over, insert your hook in the first stitch, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert in the second stitch, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 3 loops. For this round we are going to work 3 double crochet stitches, then double crochet the next 2 together, 3 double crochet stitches, double crochet the next 2 together. Okay, so after here you are going to place 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches, then double crochet the next 2 together, 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches, double crochet the next 2 together. Repeat that all the way around until you have 2 stitches left. In that last 2 stitches you are going to double crochet both of them together. Okay, for each row you should always end with a decrease. All right, so after your last stitch you're going to slip stitch in the very first double crochet stitch to join. To work round 4, chain 2, place 1 double crochet in that first stitch, and then place 1 double crochet in the next stitch, After that, you are going to work the next 2 stitches together. So yarn over, insert in the first stitch, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert in the second stitch, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 3 loops. After your decrease, place 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1 double crochet in the first stitch and 1 double crochet in the second stitch. After that, double crochet the next 2 stitches together. After your decrease, place 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. So 1 double crochet in the first stitch, 1 double crochet in the second stitch, and then double crochet the next 2 stitches together. For this round, we are working 2 double crochets, then 2 double crochet together, 2 double crochets, then 2 double crochets together. Okay, so 1 1 and then 2 together. You are going to repeat that all the way around. So after your decrease, you're going to place 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, then double crochet the next 2 together, then 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches and double crochet the next 2 together. Repeat until your last 2 stitches, which should be a decrease. Okay, after your last decrease, slip stitch in the very first double crochet stitch to join. For the next round, chain 2, then place 1 double crochet in that first stitch. After that, work the next 2 stitches together. Yarn over, insert in the next stitch, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert in the second stitch, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 3 loops. After your decrease, place 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then double crochet the next 2 stitches together. So for this round, we are going to work 1 double crochet, then double crochet the next 2 stitches together, 1 double crochet, then double crochet the next 2 stitches together. After your decrease, place 1 double crochet in the next stitch, then double crochet the next 2 stitches together, then 1 double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet the next 2 stitches together. Repeat that until you have 2 stitches left, which will be a decrease. Okay, after your last decrease, make a slip stitch in the very first stitch to join. To work the last round, chain 2. For this round, we are going to work 2 double crochet stitches together. Okay, so we are going to work the first and the second stitch together. So yarn over, insert your hook in the very first stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert in the second stitch, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 3 loops. After here, we are going to double crochet the next 2 stitches together. So yarn over, insert in the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, insert in the second stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 3 loops. After that, double crochet the next 2 stitches together. After here, you are going to double crochet the next 2 stitches together, and then double crochet the next 2 stitches together, and just keep double crocheting 2 stitches together until you have 2 stitches left, and then also double crochet the last 2 stitches together. You should have a total of 12 stitches. So this is 1 stitch. Remember, these are not 2 stitches. We double crocheted 2 stitches together, so it becomes 1. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, after your last stitch, slip stitch in the very first double crochet stitch to join, and then chain 1. Now you are going to fasten off and leave a very long tail. Okay, so this is the length of my tail. I'm going to fasten off right here. After fastening off, you're going to come back to your loop. So this is my loop. I'm going to pull to tighten it like so, and then bring your tapestry needle. When you get your tapestry needle, you are going to thread the yarn into the needle. Okay, like so. Leave a short tail like so. With the yarn, we are going to close up the hole. Before we close up the hole, you are going to turn your work to the wrong side. Okay, so insert your tapestry needle into the hole to bring it to the wrong side, and then turn your hat to the wrong side. What we are going to do is insert the tapestry needle in and out of the stitches all the way around, okay, and then pull it tight. So to get started, you are going to insert your tapestry needle in the first stitch. So this is the first stitch, and then go behind and bring it out of the next stitch. This is the next stitch. I'm going to come out that stitch, and then I'm going to go in the next stitch, and then come out the next stitch. Okay, go in the next one, come out the next one, go in the next one, and come out the next one. So I'm gonna pull at this point. Don't pull too tight, just a little. Okay, and then you're going to continue. So we are out of the stitch. Now we are going to go in the next one, come out of the next one, go in and out, and then this is where I started. I'm going to resurface over there, so in and out. Now you are going to pull the yarn tight to close up the hole. Okay, pull very tight. After pulling tight, you are going to use the tapestry needle and just sew the opposite stitches together in order to further close the hole. Okay, so this is the hole. I'm going to go in the stitch and then pop out of the opposite stitch and just pull. Okay, when I have a little loop left, I'm going to insert my tapestry needle in that loop and then pull tight. There you go. I'm gonna do that again. So this is a hole. I'm just gonna try to close the hole. Okay, so this is what you should have so far. In order to further secure the yarn, you are going to weave the yarn and hide it through the stitches. So I'm just going to go in the stitches. When you are done, you're going to fasten off. So this is what you should have, and then turn your work to the right side. There you go. Okay, all right, my loves, now that we are done with this part of the hat, next up we are going to work the ruffles. So for this tutorial, I am going to show you how to work 2 different types of ruffles. Okay, this is the first type of ruffle. As you can see, the ruffles are much, okay, it's very dense. And then this is the second ruffle. Okay, it's very simple, not so much. For this hat, I am going to add an elastic band. It's not compulsory, but if you want to maintain the stretchiness or the elasticity of your hat, then I recommend that you add an elastic band. All right. My elastic band is about 1/2 inch wide, and then the length of my elastic band is 19 inches without stretching. Okay, the length of your elastic band should be about 3 or 4 inches less than the circumference of your head. The circumference of my head is 23. 23 minus 4 is 19. So my elastic band is 19 inches. Next up, you are going to bring the ends of your elastic band together and then thread your needle with a black thread or whatever color you want. And now we are going to sew the ends together. Okay, so go ahead and sew your elastic band together and I'll be back. I have sewn my elastic band together. Okay, I'm just going to fasten off. You are going to attach your yarn in the first chain 2 space before any of the join. Okay, so this is my join and this is the first chain 2 space. If you are not going to use an elastic band, this is what you're going to do. You will chain 1, place 1 single crochet in that first space, and this applies to any of the ruffle type. All right, so place 1 single crochet in this first space, place 1 single crochet in the next space, place 1 single crochet in the first double crochet stitch, place 1 single crochet in the next stitch, 1 single crochet in the next stitch. Okay, you're going to place 1 single crochet in each stitch across, place 1 single crochet in the chain 2 space, 1 single crochet in the chain 2 space, 1 single crochet in each stitch and in each space all the way around until your last stitch. And after placing 1 single crochet in the last stitch, you're going to slip stitch in the first stitch and then wait for the next round. All right, so since I am going to attach elastic band, I'm going to work something different. So if you are going to attach your elastic band, you're going to get the elastic band and hold it against the granny squares. Make sure that the knot is facing away from you. Okay, so hold it like so against the granny square and then chain 1. Insert your hook in that same space and then you're going to go under the elastic band like so, and then yarn over and pull through loosely, then yarn over and pull through both loops. Okay, so now we have attached the elastic band. Now you are going to insert your hook in the next chain 2 space and then under the elastic band. Make sure to hold it in place. So go under, yarn over and pull through loosely, then work a single crochet. Go back in that same space, yarn over, pull through loosely, work single crochet. So we have 1 single crochet in the first space, 2 single crochet in the next space. So now you're going to work 1 single crochet in the first stitch. So go in the first stitch and then go under the elastic band, yarn over, pull through loosely, work 1 single crochet. Okay, this is what we have so far. And then in the next stitch, work 2 single crochets. So go in the stitch, go under the elastic band, pull through loosely, work 1 single crochet, go in that same stitch, yarn over, pull through, work 2 single crochets. After placing 2 single crochets here, we are going to work 1 single crochet in the next stitch, then 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets. Okay, so keep doing that. In the next stitch, work 1 single crochet, This is what I have so far. Okay, and now I have 2 single crochets in this last stitch before the space, so that means I'm going to work 1 single crochet in the first space, and then in the next space I will work 2 single crochets. That's 1 and 2. After that, I'll place 1 single crochet in the first stitch, 2 single crochets in the next stitch. I'll just alternate between 1 single crochet and 2 single crochets in each of the stitch and space all the way around until my last stitch. This is what your work should look like. Okay, and this is the inside. The elastic band is well hidden. Okay, after your last stitch, slip stitch in the first single crochet stitch. First off, I am going to show you how to work this ruffle. To start off the ruffles, chain 3. This chain 3 counts as your first double crochet stitch, and then place 1 double crochet in that same stitch. After that, place 2 double crochets in the next stitch. That's 1 and 2, and then place 2 double crochets in the next stitch. For this first round of ruffle, you are going to place 2 double crochets in each stitch all the way around until your last stitch. So I'm not going to do that since I will be working the other type of ruffle. But when you get to your last stitch, make sure to place 2 double crochets in that last stitch and then slip stitch in the third chain of the beginning chain 3 to join. Then this is what it's going to look like. This is your first round, 2 double crochets in each stitch, then slip stitch in the beginning chain 3. For the second round, you're going to start off with a chain 3. So after slip stitching, you chain 3, then place 1 double crochet in each of the stitch all the way around until your last stitch. Okay, then slip stitch in the beginning chain 3 to join, and then you are going to repeat this second round. So round 3 is a repeat of round 2. Chain 3, place 1 double crochet in each stitch around until your last stitch, and then slip stitch in the beginning chain 3. All right, that's all you have to do. So if you want your ruffles to be longer, you are going to keep repeating this last round until the length that you want it to be. Then after your last slip stitch, you're going to chain 1 and fasten off, and you're done. Okay, so now I am going to show you how to work this other ruffle. To work the ruffles, I switched to a 6mm hook. Okay, so you can use a 5mm, a 5.5, or a 6. To get started with the ruffles, chain 3, then place 2 double crochets in that first stitch. After that, place 3 double crochets in the next stitch. And then in the next stitch, place 3 double crochets. You are going to place 3 double crochets in each stitch all the way around until you get to your last stitch. In the last stitch, place 3 double crochets. To finish off the round, slip stitch in the third chain of the beginning chain 3. To work round 2 of the ruffles, chain 3, and then place 2 double crochets in that same stitch. After that, place 3 double crochets in the next stitch. Again, place 3 double crochets in the next stitch. You are going to place 3 double crochets in each stitch all the way around until you get to your last stitch. This is what we have so far. After your last stitch, slip stitch in the third chain of the beginning chain 3, and then chain 1. Place 1 single crochet in that first stitch. Place 1 single crochet in the next stitch. Place 1 single crochet in the next stitch. 1 single crochet in the next stitch. Keep placing 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around until your last stitch. After working your last stitch, slip stitch into the first single crochet stitch to join, and then chain 1 and fasten off. This is the final look, okay? And then we have this one as well. Okay, all right, my loves, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I will see you in my next video. Bye.